Hello there and welcome. I'm JT. Welcome back to day three Plan for Success. Create the life you want. We're going to get right into it here, okay? Personal development and prosperity, they both have different levels. Today, I'm going to talk about some of those different levels. And then I'm going to talk about some things you can focus on to start climbing in those levels. There's always different levels of awareness and understanding. That means there's always someone more aware than you, so you can always learn more. That's a great thing. Uh, when I'm going through this presentation, I want you to check your attitude and make sure you have a phenomenal set of expectations, a phenomenal set of beliefs, a phenomenal set of faith. Allow this information to flow into you, okay? As far as these levels go, we all start somewhere and we can all continue to go somewhere. There's so much more in you, and the only thing stopping you from climbing or skipping these levels is your paradigm. It's your old conditioning. It's your identity that is the foundation of who you are. And if you want to shift your paradigm and you want to change your identity, you got to understand these certain levels of growth and how to skip these levels of growth. What are you putting your power in? That's what you should ask yourself. Is it you? Are you putting your power in yourself and stepping into your power, or are you putting your power outside of you? You have to step into your personal power and understand what's being taught the past few days here on this lesson of Plan for Success, Create the Life You Want. Let's get into planning for success and creating the life you want and what some of these levels actually are. Let's break it down. The first level is really survival mode. And I think that's where most people stay. This is where the masses, the majority of people seem to land. At this level, you primarily focused on just meeting your most basic needs. That can actually be a cycle that you're just focused on meeting your needs, and it goes over and over, and you have just barely enough every month, and then it's gone. Just having enough, then it's gone again. It's a cycle. You probably have limited resources at this point, at this certain level, and the focus for you really is on immediate concerns and not your long-term growth. So you want to get to a point where your needs are met so you can focus on your wants and keep growing. That's where you begin to grow. Ask yourself, what do you need on a monthly basis? How much money in order to have all your needs met? Let's say it's 10,000 a month. That would make you feel like a king or a queen. Wouldn't that be nice? We want to all focus on that and settle there, okay? Let's set a really big goal, okay? We want to become these kings and queens. It sounds real nice. So don't settle at the 10K. Let that just be part of the roadmap. The ultimate goal is a big income. As you change your environment and start to stretch, you really stretch your thinking. That's going to play a significant role in creating the life you want and being successful with your goals. So, most people start there in survival mode, but you never want to stay there. That's just where you'll start. You want to ultimately get to the next level, which is stability and security. You know, stability and security at this stage starts to get exciting. You're past survival mode, and you're starting to have a steady income, a safe living environment, a sense of financial security. But if your focus is just on maintaining that stability, that can be a dangerous place to be because the comfort zone, getting comfort, it almost feels good. You know, a boiled frog feels good. They get boiled in there, so it's ultimately not good. You got here and then you say, well, I was surviving, but now I have some stability. Now I'm safe. And as quickly as you do that, you relapse back into survival mode because you're not growing. You're stopping there. We can't stop growing. We have to keep stretching. Remember, there are different levels. So you don't stop there. This is just a checkpoint to your heart's desire, to your goal, which I hope is much, much more than just these two levels. That comes to the next step, which is self-improvement. That's where some of you are now, and maybe why you're interested in this video that you're watching. A little bit, you maybe created a little bit of stability in your life at this point, a little bit of security, and now you're diving into personal development. That's That's the separator, in my opinion, of those that are doing okay and those that are seeking to do more than okay. It's personal development, like this video here. At that level, you begin to explore your personal development. You begin to explore your personal discovery. You start to read books or go to seminars or watch videos like this one right now. You start to seek guidance and direction to enhance your skills, to enhance your mindset. The focus is on gaining knowledge, and that's not a great thing, but it is a good thing. But if only if you focused on gathering the knowledge and letting it stay there. We have to act on it. Don't just watch this video to be just entertained or gather the information. You'll be just fooling yourself when you do that. Being entertained and gathering information is just a small piece of this whole process. But now you have to go from not just doing it on your own, you have to go deeper and get direction, get coaching, so you can apply this over and over and over again. You can see it from a different understanding. They'll give you their perspective. You can see it from a different awareness. Once you become aware of something, you don't become unaware of it. Okay. You always have that. You expand your consciousness and you won't go back. You continue to move forward. That's what the whole point of these videos are for you guys. It's to open your mind to what is possible and then go get direction after this video. Whatever you want to do, go to someone who knows how to do exactly what you want to do and do exactly what they say, and you'll win. Winning is easy. It really is. Keep moving towards what is possible for you. Whatever that goal is for you, it's different for all of us. We all have different goals. You keep seeking guidance, though. You're eventually going to get to a point where the next step, which is financial independence. People at that level, they've begun to have a higher degree of financial independence than most people. They didn't just stop when they got comfortable. They didn't just gather the information, they got mentorship. They wanted to keep learning, they wanted to keep improving. So their income improved. This is where, in my opinion, you're starting to create your own economy, create the life you want. You're starting to get that success. You start having investments, start having multiple streams of income, MSIs they're called. Start having a successful business, creating some type of financial security. The focus here is on building wealth and creating more of a lifestyle. That's really what it is. Keep the main thing, because the main thing is lifestyle, not just about surviving or being comfortable. Now you're growing. Now you're learning. Now you're off to the next stage, which is abundance and prosperity. You're really living in it at this point. Here, you're seeking spiritual enlightenment. Here, you're seeking inner peace, seeking profound connection with the universe, with God. The focus here is on spiritual growth and inner harmony. You're operating from the spiritual plane rather than the physical now. All your needs are met. I think we all can hope to get there and operate all day long there from the spiritual plane. That's freedom, and freedom is a goal, and freedom looks different for everybody. But I hope for a lot of you, your freedom is the point that you want to get to. You want to operate from that point. It's beautiful and it's lovely. The progression towards all these levels, they really depend on your goals. So I hope you guys over the last couple of days, you've been pausing the video, you've been making goals, you've been setting things, because that's very important. If you ever need to pause this video, please pause it and do that. Your goals, they depend on your standards. They depend on your self-image, the way you perceive yourself and where you are placing your power. Is it outside of you or is it in you? I've already asked you that, but I'm asking you again, repetition. Creating the life you want starts with thinking differently. An abundant mindset, it starts with some of these principles. And if you want to move through these levels, I'll give you a few more things you can start to focus on immediately. The first one is thinking bigger. I love that. Every single person watching this video needs to think bigger, myself included. I'm included in this, guys, okay? We have to stop operating with the small versions of ourselves. Start operating with a bigger idea of you, with a bigger attitude, with a bigger, discipline level, with better habits and behaviors. Start asking yourself better questions. Like, ask yourself, what if I can do this? What if I did do this? How would I feel if I did this? Ask yourself the right questions. Stop thinking so small. If you want to start thinking on a grand scale, set those big goals. But believing you can do it, believing you can do big things, is the first step towards success. We attract what we expect. So, what are you expecting all day long? Are you expecting to win? Are you expecting to lose? Are you expecting to have success? Or are you expecting to fail? Which is it? Ask yourself. That focus and expectation is so crucial and is so important. Those things lead to having an immense amount of faith in all that you do. It starts with thinking bigger. The oak tree is in the acorn. Plant the seed and let God do the hard work. Let God grow that tree, but plant bigger seeds. The next step is you got to take responsibility. Most people do not do this. Most people do not take responsibility for anything in their lives. I see people out there that create drama and play the victim to the drama, and they create this vicious cycle of never taking ownership. So they play victim to all these problems they've created and all this unnecessary drama, and you have to draw boundaries with them, and they get mad you drew boundaries for because of the drama they've created, because you take responsibility for their life and they don't. So the second you start taking extreme ownership of your life is going to change. You have to take full responsibility and accountability for your life and your actions. When you take responsibility, it gives you a sense of purpose, it gives you a sense of meaning. Too many people are not doing the work. They act like they are doing the work or they feel entitled to it, but they aren't doing it. Anyone can become a man or a dad, but it takes a special person to show up every single day for their kids and do the work. That goes for anything outside of parenting too, business, anything. So, what's your story? Whatever your story is, you can change it right now by taking absolute 100% responsibility. The next thing is you have to start getting comfortable with being uncomfortable. Yes, get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Success almost always lies outside of our comfort zone. So if you want to be successful, you have to get outside of your comfort zone, which means you have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. And that's when the magic happens. Embrace discomfort, embrace challenges as opportunities for growth. You have to get emotionally involved with being uncomfortable. Teach your kids to take a new set of risks and be willing to step outside of your comfort zone to pursue those opportunities. And that's so important. I want you to take risks. Never settle, never shrink. Go for things and fail hard. Fail your way forward. Don't settle in your job, in relationships, in business, whatever it may be. Even friends. Keep a high standard for your life and never lower that standard for anyone or anything. Bring everyone up to that standard. But in order to get to that point, we have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. It's just part of the process. And as you do that, it will lead to the next thing, which is developing mental toughness. When you get comfortable doing the hard things, that's going to create some type of mental resilience in you. It's going to create more discipline in your thinking, create more discipline in your actions. And those things are super, super important. Stay focused on your goals in the face of adversity because adversity is the catalyst for growth. And when you're going through adversity, you can say, woe is me, or you can say, why is this happening to me? There is a reason. This is happening for me right now. Saying this is happening for me right now instead of happening to me is a lot more empowering statement to say to yourself because it's going to help me become a great version of who I am. This is who God wants me to be and what God wants me to get through. So that helps develop the mental toughness. And when you just have certain other processes like You have to never stop learning. Continuous learning and continuous self improvement is going to be critical for your success. Absolutely critical. So stay curious, read books, watch these videos, seek knowledge, and do whatever you can to enhance your skills and enhance your conscious awareness and your understanding. Start to surround yourself with positive people, positive influences. That's never going to hurt you, okay? The importance of doing that, having people that can uplift you and inspire you, is everything. Having those positive relationships are going to create a significant impact on your success moving forward or your lack of success moving forward. So always never stop learning and always be surrounded by positive influences and always be focused on solutions rather than dwelling on problems. You focus on finding solutions, you be a solution finder. I want you to become a solution finder. A solution oriented mindset is going to lead to all kinds of problem solving for you, of all kinds of great things it's going to lead to. Along the way, you have to develop a strong work ethic as well. You can't just be lazy and sit back and hope and wish for it to happen. Success sometimes requires hard work. It requires dedication. It requires persistence. Developing a strong work ethic is going to be essential for achieving success long term. The more work you put in, the more certain you will become. And the more certain you become, the more effortless it can become. It really can be. You'll draw it to you, you'll attract it to you because you'll be on a certain frequency, a certain vibration. That's what I love about elite performers. They make it look so easy. They've done it so many times over and over. Certainty really is sexy. So never stop learning. Always focus on the solutions, developing a strong work ethic, and never stop learning from your failures. Get mentorship. Failure is a great thing. Ask yourself, what did you fail at today? You should ask your kids too when they get home from school. Ask them, what did you fail at today? Because that's something that's going to progress you. Because I want you to have a healthy relationship with failure. It's not a setback. Failure is a good thing, it's a stepping stone to success. Failure and fear are just feedback. They're feedback that can lead you to a future success. There's an enormous difference between knowledge and experience. You can talk about your knowledge if you read it in a book, but experience is different. Experience is when you have done it. That's what these steps are. You go out and do these things, create the experience, and you're able to achieve those levels that we talked about as far as getting to security and transcendence. I cannot emphasize the importance of all these steps. You have to develop the proper mindset. You have to do the work in personal development. You have to get the direction and the proper environment around you. And then you have to decide and take action on all of these things. That's so, so important. Life is about stepping into our personal power and not allowing anyone or anything to distract us from our goal. Have a goal that's a distraction from your distractions. Folks, this has been day 3 of Plan for Success, Create the Life You Want. I'm just going to check here. What's up, John? Thank you for tuning in, and thank you to everybody else. I will have day 4 of tomorrow for Plan for Success, Create the Life You Want, and then I will combine all these videos in a different video with a different edit. Thank you guys for learning. Thank you guys for tuning in. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.